Hey guys, Pedro here to do an album review. Today I'm here to talk to you guys about the brand new record from Nail to Obscurity, Black Frost, out January 11th on Nuclear Blast. This album has 7 tracks and it's 47 minutes in length. This album is a journey through a melancholic wonderland of inner struggles and inner demons. This album really offers a blend of melodic death metal with doom metal. Now, when you put these two genres together, what you get is a record that is very dynamic in nature. Some songs are more melodic death metal, some songs have a more of a doom metal. Now, put them together, not only you have a dynamic record, you have a record that overall feels very melancholic, very dark, very ominous, full of despair. Not only from a music side of things, but also from a lyrical perspective. The lyrics on this record really match the tone of the music to perfection. It's almost like the music is the soundtrack to those inner feelings, to those inner struggles that are represented in the lyrics of the songs. I really like how the two combine so perfectly together to really offer a record that is meant to be savored. This is not a record that's meant to be rushed or consumed in a rush in any way, shape, or form. This is a record that you have to put it on, sit back, give yourself the necessary time to really enjoy it, because there's a lot of dynamics, there's a lot of changes, there's a lot of different key elements coming at you throughout the tracks from track 1 to track 7 that just deserve some attention and deserve the listener to really be paying attention to the details, because only then can you get the full essence of what the band is trying to give you with this record. If you try to rush through it, I don't think you're going to get a lot out of it. I think you're going to miss a lot of key components. You're going to miss almost the atmospheric vibe that the record really feels. It really sets a tone. Doesn't matter how you're feeling, the moment you sit down to listen to this record, you will feel completely different the moment you stop listening to the record. This record really sets a dark mood, it really sets a dark embrace, and it really takes you in its arms and it cuddles you in those dark, melancholic arms that embrace you during the listening experience of this record. Really well put together, really proving that quality and quantity are not the same. You can have an album with short amount of tracks, 7 tracks on this record, and have tons of quality in those tracks. You don't have to put out a record with 12, 14 tracks. You really have to concentrate on the quality, not the quantity. These guys did that with this record because there are no soft spots. Every single track on this record offers something unique, offers something different, either a change in melodies, change in style, a combination of melodic with doom, more of a doom track, more of a death metal track. There's a little bit of everything, and to encapsulate everything are the lyrics and the vocal delivery on every single track. Which takes me to my key elements of this record. One of the key elements for me on this record is really the vocal delivery. I really like what they did vocally. I felt that each track really was represented well by the vocal style that was used on that specific track. In some tracks they have just harsh vocals, some tracks they have a blend of harsh and clean vocals, and there's a track where there's just clean vocals. So I really like that they use the vocal style and the vocal delivery to create an almost atmosphere surrounding that song. They really picked the perfect style, the perfect delivery to enhance the lyrics, but more important, to really be a perfect partner to the music of that specific track. To me, this was one of the key components of the record and one of the things that really spoke to me the moment that I started listening to the record. The second key component for me is the guitar work. This album has an awesome guitar work, very melodic at times, heavy when it needs to be, and extremely drawn out when they want to get more of that doom vibe to their tracks. Really well done, really well put together. The guitars are just perfect on this record. I really enjoy what they did. They have the perfect sound, never overshadowing anything. They're just there to complement the song and to complement the vocalist and how he's delivering the song to you. Really enjoyed it. This is a very enjoyable record. I really enjoyed this record. I like what they did, I like the sound, I like the delivery, I like the fluidity of the album. And one of the things that I always mention in my reviews, it's one thing that I really like, is when bands release a record and they pick their first, second track to be their singles. They did that with this album. The first track on the album is Black Frost, the name of the album, but also the first single to come out of the record. I like that. It gives the listener a sense of comfort. It makes you feel like you're going in already knowing one track, and it eases your way to the rest of the listening experience. I always enjoy when bands do this versus putting their singles towards the middle of the album or towards the end of the album. To me, it's really important, specifically from a listener's perspective, when you get ready to sit down and listen to a full record, to have that embrace at the start of the record with a song that you're already familiar with. Now, as far as songs that I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to talk about the 2 singles because you already heard the singles. I really want to talk about songs that haven't been released yet. And I'm going to start with the Aberrant Host. The Aberrant Host is a haunting guitar riff-based song with some clean and harsh vocals. I really felt that this song was all about the crescendo. There is a feeling of going towards something, of a path towards something greater. And they did that by starting it with clean vocals and then slowly morphing it into much harsher vocals. I like that. There was a sense of growth, there was a sense of a path, there was a sense of you traveling with the song and traveling with the vocal delivery of the song. I really like that. To me, this is one of those tracks that's perhaps more on the melodic death metal side of things, and it's perhaps more so during the harsh vocals. But I like it because it really has that crescendo effect to it, and that to me was really important to match the lyrics and to match the message that this song had. It really felt like you were just following a path, and sometimes that path starts slow and it picks up as you go along, and that's exactly how this song is built. This song is built with a slower start, building up towards something much heavier, much bigger. One of the greatest tracks on this record. This record is full of great tracks. This is one of them. Another one is Feardom. I really like this song as well because of the perfect combination between melodic death metal and doom metal. To me, this is perhaps the track on the record that merges these 2 styles the best. You really are faced with a song that has almost a tag of war between these 2 different genres. While they're different, there are some similarities in them, and that's what allows these 2 styles to blend so perfectly together. And this song, you feel like you're in the middle of this tag of war between these 2 styles. I'm not really sure which one wins at the end, on which side this song kind of leans more towards. At the end of the day, we, the listener, we win because we get a really cool song filled with dynamic, filled with struggle, filled with darkness, filled with despair. Just an incredible track that really alternates those 2 styles. You get more of the melodic death metal style when you get the harsh vocals and the heavier guitars, and then you get more of the doom style when you get the cleaner vocals, almost a very subdued clean vocals, giving a very dark embrace to the song. I really enjoyed it. Last but not least, Resonance. Resonance to me on the whole track is the song that perhaps fits more with the doom metal side of the record. It's almost to me feels like a plain, not plain, maybe that's not the right word, but your core doom metal song. It just feels very doom to me. And perhaps the fact that makes it feel more doom to me is the fact that it's clean vocals all the way through. There is no harsh vocals on this song. I also like the style of the clean vocals. It's not just clean vocals. It almost feels like the singer is singing under his breath, almost like he's murmuring the song. It doesn't feel, it gives such a dark and melancholic atmosphere to the track that's unbelievable. I mean, you're already getting that from the guitar riffs and the guitar melodies in the song, and how slow and drawn out the song is. You're already getting that from that. But the delivery, the specific vocal delivery on this track really takes this song to a whole new level of darkness and despair. I love it. It's almost like he's talking under his breath, like he's whispering. I think that's perhaps the best description. Almost like he's whispering the lyrics to you. It just gives such a sinister vibe to the song. It gives such a feeling of unease to the song that really goes well with the lyrics and with the music around it. Perfect way. I mean, it was perfect. The style of vocals that they used for this track, absolutely incredible. If they had gone with harsh vocals on this track, the track would have lost itself. It would have lost its meaning. It would have lost its appeal. The fact that they went with this very specific style of delivering the lyrics, perfect. It really added something extra to the song and made the song extra noticeable and extra special to the listener. Anyways, guys, this is it for me. Nailed to Obscurity, Black Frost, out January 11th on Nuclear Blast. This is their debut album with Nuclear Blast. Check out these guys. I really enjoyed this record. It was a really extreme, enjoyable experience listening to song 1 to song 7. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys have to say about the band? What do you guys think about the record? So far, what do you guys think about the singles? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll be reading those and getting back to you. Take care, guys.